How's it going, everyone? Larry here with Homestead Fitness, and today we're going to be working on cleaning up the garden. Up here is the garden. Obviously it's all brown and dead from last year, and we're going to work on cleaning this area up. This area has kind of gotten destroyed because there's been a lot of other projects going on around the homestead, so this has kind of just gone by the wayside, and there's a lot of trash and debris and junk that needs cleaned up. So today we're going to take some time and start knocking ourselves through this. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a fire going right there in the fire pit, and then we're going to make a pile of junk that either needs to get thrown away or just put somewhere else. That way we can just quickly organize things and not get hung up on where specific things go. It's just, if it doesn't look like it really needs to go there, just throw it in the pile. So let's start knocking this out. Now, for those of you who watch regular TV, which I do not, only because we really don't have any good cable out here in the sticks in the country, and it's just not really my thing. I watched a scene from Yellowstone on YouTube, and one of the older cowboys was telling one of the younger guys when he got shipped off to Texas that cowboying is an art without an audience. And obviously this is not at all cowboying. We don't have any cattle here. This is homesteading. But the principles he was talking about is very much the same. That you have to want to do this all the way to your bones. Otherwise, it will be absolute hell on earth. Because a lot of people look at this garden and they would think about all the back-breaking labor, the heat, the bugs, the mosquitoes, the poison ivy, the thorns and thistles. But I look at all this as an opportunity to be able to be self-sufficient, to be self-reliant, to not have to rely on the grocery store for everything, to be able to see the fruits of your labor. So if you don't like hard work, or if this kind of stuff scares you, I wouldn't even get started, because you'll be instantly discouraged, instantly unmotivated, and it's just gonna be a bad experience. Homesteading, farming, anything like that is supposed to be a joy and a pleasure. That you should look at the hard work and you should look at the difficult times as an opportunity to test yourself and to grow and to be able to provide for your family. So we're going to be tackling this a little bit later, but we still got a whole bunch of junk to clean up front, so let's get back to that. So you can probably hear that. So Wright Patterson Air Force Base is just 2 hours away from here. And every once in a while, they like to take the F-22 Raptors out, blast around out here. And every once in a while, if you get lucky, you go a couple miles down the road and they get the A-10 Warthogs, and they like to blast through the valleys in the open areas. Since there's not a lot of air traffic out here, they get a lot of practice. It's always awesome when you actually get to see some American firepower flying through the sky. Alrighty, so here's a prime example of why I wanted to make a YouTube channel that incorporated homesteading and farming and general country life and fitness. Because this Sunorg professional growing mix is frozen solid. It's probably gonna weigh a ton. And if you got a weak core, a weak back, weak legs, you don't have a lot of coordination, you're probably gonna hurt yourself picking this up. And the last thing you need to be doing is throwing your back out because you can't pick up a bag of potting soil. So let's get this all hoisted up, taken over to the pile to be later put back into the greenhouse right here. Alrighty, grab, get your footing. There you go. Same thing with this one. All right, y'all wanna see something really gross? All right, that giant bucket of chicken manure. So this is gonna get dragged through here. We'll put it on this compost pile right here. Let it air out, and then eventually we can spread it on the garden for next year. Wow, that's gonna smell bad. Something that always amazes me is the hardiness of herbs. Now, here's some thyme, some sage. I think there might be some lemon balm over there, I'm not entirely sure. But this stuff is a couple years old. It's been through a bunch of really hard frosts. Still, pick some of this off. Let's give it the good old Jamie Oliver to get the oils moving in this thing. Smells like steak. So this is one of the things I plan on having at the garden at home. And it's just nice, you can take the little sprigs, peel it back, and you got thyme. You can just grow it anywhere. Alrighty, so now that we've got most of the clutter cleaned up, we're gonna go through with the garden rake and try and clean up all of this dead brush and debris. And then after that, we're gonna tackle the greenhouse, get that all cleaned out. All right, that's taking a little too long, so let's go get some heavy equipment. Let me introduce you to my Craftsman M110 push mower. This thing is a tank. So if you don't have a bush hog, you can't afford heavy equipment, get you a cheap push mower. I got this for like $199, and you can do some serious damage with this. When I first moved out here, I did all kinds of work with a push mower. My front yard used to be full of like 7-foot tall weeds, and it was insane. I cleared all of it out with a push mower and a machete. That's why I call it a push hog. Like I said, you just gotta make do with what you got. If you don't have a lot of money, just figure out what you got, make it work. This thing's been sitting outside pretty much all year. I just threw some fresh gas in it. I turned it over once down at the shop just to make sure it fired up. In all seriousness, I know people make fun of those who wear, for lack of a better term, mittens, or try to do the whole safety squints thing. That's extremely stupid. When you're doing this kind of push mowing, especially when you have the wheels set all the way down, not having safety glasses on is a good way to lose an eye. Trust me, I've about lost my eyes a couple of times because of crap flying off this mower. So safety first, kids. And there you have it. So this is a heck of a good start. Everything looks a lot better. I'm gonna go through off camera with a weed eater, try to clean the rest of these little small details up that's hard to get the push mower in. And then we're gonna tackle the garden itself. So there's still a lot of work left to do, but it's amazing just what a little bit of push mowing and cleaning up can do. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I just want to give people a picture of what country life is like, especially for a millennial, because it seems like a lot of us millennials are so wrapped up in TikTok. We're wrapped up, man, they're getting all fired up. We're really wrapped up in social media, pop culture, fashion, all of that stuff, the hustle culture, where everyone feels like you have to be a millionaire by like 21 or you're a total failure. I just want to give people a example that there are some millennials that want to keep living the simple life, that want to get back to the land and stay healthy and stay in shape. So I'll catch you guys next time. Curls for the girls.